My arms were raised, high above me. I was unable to see. I was at a loss for words. I could only hear their footsteps. Two pairs approaching. I was breathless, feeling a sense of anticipation. And I had no idea what would happen next, but I was eager to find out. Before we get started, this one arrived a bit sooner than expected, but I was eager to share it. Let me know if it still resonates with you. Let's get started. I had already agreed. There was no way to go back now. The linens were fresh, the lights softened just enough. Candles flickered across the room, casting mental shadows over the space I had arranged with care, thoughtfully, down to the last detail. I kept tidying up things that didn't require tidying, cleaning surfaces, arranging pillows, anything to keep my hands occupied. I returned to the mirror. Just a final glance. The black lace fit perfectly, gently resting on skin that had been covered for quite some time. I glanced over my shoulder, then looked ahead once more. I hadn't dressed to conceal. That was the intention. My heart was racing, not with fear, but with an intense and unfamiliar feeling. A strong mix of nervousness and excitement stirred within me. I was uncertain about what was to come. I was aware of what I had requested. I traced my finger along my collarbone, exhaling gently. Every part of me felt vibrant, highly aware. The cool air brushed against my skin, enhancing my senses. I took a seat for a brief moment, then got back up. The door remained locked and silent, but both of them were approaching. That was the understanding we had. I considered saying no, changing my mind, or reaching out to cancel, but I didn't. Because underneath the anxiety, I truly desired it. Everything. Everything I had never experienced, never permitted myself to desire. That was the essence of tonight. Embrace authenticity, let go of restraint, and simply yield. And then I listened closely. 3 gentle knocks. It was the moment. They stood at the entrance. Together. They remained silent. The tall one stepped forward first, his movements measured and intentional. He didn't check to see if I was prepared. He was not required to. His presence was calm, strong, and silent, leaving no room for doubt. He paused just a short distance away from me. The subtle aroma of leather from his jacket caught my attention. Then, without a word, he raised his hands and placed the cover over my eyes. The illumination disappeared. My focus became solely on breathing and the surrounding sounds. The atmosphere became more intense. My breathing shifted. I heard the door click shut behind me, and then there was silence. Only the quiet stillness and the recognition of my own heartbeat. I was already trembling, and he hadn't even come close yet. Then I sensed his presence behind me, nearby. His hand rested gently on my waist, providing a warm and reassuring presence. I remained still, feeling uncertain and tense. But I stayed close. I wasn't inclined to. His fingers moved gently, guiding my hips, making me feel as though I was no longer in control. I allowed him to proceed. Each small movement sent a tingle through my legs. My breath caught when he guided me gently, encouraging a sense of trust and surrender. I complied. The cover over my eyes heightened everything. His footsteps, the rustle of fabric, the sound of his breath as he moved in closer. I felt his chest brush against my back, the strength of his hold around my waist, the steady presence as he led me deeper into his embrace. Then he acted, without asking or warning, just fulfilling exactly what I had requested. My mouth opened instinctively. A soft sound emerged, subtle and yearning. My hands lifted slightly, then hovered, uncertain of where to go, uncertain of what was appropriate. I'd never felt so open, so sensitive, so remarkably aware. He was slow at first, but always firm. He interacted with me in a way that felt assertive, guiding, and encouraging a reaction. His rhythm was steady and persistent. as if he was guiding my body to understand his movements. Each moment felt both prolonged and fleeting. I attempted to remain calm and steady, but it wasn't long before I found it difficult to do so. Every shift brought a rush of excitement. My breath faltered. My legs shook slightly. I was descending quickly, intensely, and further than I ever imagined possible. He adjusted his hold, keeping me close, ensuring I didn't move away. I didn't want to witness that. I experienced it all. His hold, his pace, the intense control that removed all distractions and focused solely on feeling. The tension increased. My thoughts became unclear. A wave of unexpected emotion rose within me, leaving me breathless. I didn't mind who was listening, and then I let everything out. It overwhelmed me suddenly, leaving me stunned and breathless, in warmth, liberation, and surrender. My body tensed. My breath faltered. I gasped softly, unable to hold back, shaking under the pressure of it all. When my knees began to falter, he supported me, strong, quiet, and dependable. Only when it was over did he release his grip. He took a step back in silence. I remained in place, feeling unsteady, trembling, and entirely overwhelmed. I had never experienced anything like that before, never let myself go in such a way. And the aspect I didn't foresee, I was seeking something greater. The second man approached, more deliberately and with a noticeable presence. He remained silent, moving closer with a calm assurance, as if we both understood what was about to happen. I noticed his presence before I became aware of him. His presence was more intense, substantial, and distinct. Hands gently held my wrists and lifted them above my head. A strong grip ensued, unwavering and assured. My arms reached up and remained elevated. I hardly had a moment to understand it before a gentle band wrapped around my lips and secured itself behind my head. At that moment, I felt completely immobilized, unable to see or speak. He remained silent. Then his hands moved to my thighs, steady and assured. He adjusted my position and moved closer. I swayed a bit, the pressure in the air surrounding me. His fingers gently pressed into my skin with careful precision, gauging how far I was willing to go. There was no interruption. He managed me with a sense of complete authority. Direct action, intensity, and assurance. He positioned me carefully and established the pace according to his preference. My body reacted with every movement. I inhaled sharply against the group. The sound faded away. He moved with intention, steady and determined. My knees trembled, but I remained standing. His hold remained steady. Every movement stirred something profound within me. I sighed softly behind the cover, feeling a mix of emotions and warmth wash over me. It was more than I anticipated, and I couldn't prevent what was unfolding. My instincts took control. The tension escalated quickly, exceeding every boundary I believed I had. I felt myself unraveling, trembling as I hung there, head tilted back, breath coming in short, uneven bursts. He supported me, guiding me through it, not releasing his hold until every moment had passed. Then everything became quiet. He stepped away, and silence enveloped the room. I didn't fall down. I was unable to. I remained there in a state of anticipation, feeling a mix of emotions, enveloped and breathless, entirely overwhelmed. I was still bound, my mouth covered, eyes hidden, struggling to stay upright. My arms felt tired from being held up for so long, my legs trembling beneath me, breath coming in shallow gasps due to the pressure. But I hadn't descended. Not completely. Not even near. I noticed the change first. The heavy air wrapped closely around me. A new presence arrived. Quiet footsteps. No sound. But I understood. He had returned, A new hold wrapped around my waist, stronger and more assured. My body tightened, but it was of no consequence. I felt completely still. The other person was still present. He always stayed. I found myself in the midst of them, elevated, guided, entirely exposed. Then came the shift. They moved me as if I were light as a feather. My feet were positioned further apart. My back curved. The support above groaned with the movement. One of them stood behind me now, his presence noticeable against my back. I was already aware of what was about to happen. The pressure came quickly, not gradually or softly, but as a sudden shift that felt unfamiliar, intense, and relentless. I responded instinctively, head tilted back, breath held in reserve. One of them held my hips, while the other supported my legs. I was held in place, secured. Before I could react, the second man stepped in closer. His hand rested gently on my neck, a light touch, just present. His presence met mine from the front, and then came a second pattern. Both of them moving together, one behind, one in front, steady, focused, perfectly in sync. There was no pause, no build-up, just movement, precise and unyielding. They moved with intent and coordination, grounded in complete focus. I was unable to see them. I couldn't find the words, but I sensed everything. The tension, the warmth, the pressure in a way I had never experienced before, fully and completely. And beneath it all, the way my body reacted repeatedly. I should have given in right away, but I didn't. I really wanted it. I wasn't aware of whose hands were involved or who adjusted my position next. Only that each movement resonated more profoundly. My body was energized, yearning, and in need of comfort. Only feelings remained. They kept moving forward. At times they moved in harmony, other times not quite in sync. Their actions intertwining, sharing the lead, with no room for contemplation. A hand held my hair, another gently directed my chin. My body trembled between them, soft sounds fading into the constraint, and still I had more to say. The initial wave arrived quickly, surging through me in intense moments, weakening my legs. But they held on tightly, they supported me, and continued, each movement becoming more intense. The second wave arrived gradually. I stretched again, arms reaching against the support. My body shook in their hold, lips slightly parted but quiet. I didn't think I could handle more, but I managed to do so. I experienced their connection, intertwining, each moment taking me deeper than the one before. And then I felt a sense of release. The final wave swept over me, unexpected and overwhelming. I remained silent. I held my breath. I shook so much that I couldn't remain still. My thoughts are all over the place. My body wavered. I found myself relinquishing control, and I was okay with that. They supported me as I gradually let go until I felt completely empty. It was only at that point that they ceased their actions. The atmosphere became quiet. Their hands gently parted. But I remained where I was, still covered, still unable to see, still trembling, still not done. I acknowledge that this one was done quickly. But I still hope you found it enjoyable. Be honest. Have you ever encountered a woman who took your breath away? Someone who exceeded your expectations? Could you tell me what occurred? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'm looking forward to reading them all. And remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified when the next video is released. Thank you for tuning in.